What are some unethical life hacks? Nobody is going to question your presence at a hotel's continental breakfast as long as you look okay. Confidence is everything. When visiting another city, or even your own, skip the gross public restrooms and stop in to poop in fancy hotels. My friend does this and even has a blog about it. Buy TV at Walmart. Return TV to Walmart before 2 weeks. Come back in few days and buy said TV as open box item at a discount. Have to pay cash for at least one of the transactions, preferably both. I've actually gotten away with a price match on my phone at a local store that matches with anyone, and got like $250 worth of stuff for about $45. Edit, I use an app called Shop Savvy. You can get it on the iPhone App Store, not sure about Android. You can make serious cash doing other people's homework for them. Made good money doing this in college off of one guy too lazy to do anything. He'd call me for answers to questions at any hour and I'd pick up, find the answer, call back. $10 per call, $20 if it was after midnight. He always was good for it. The best part is he asked basic stuff that I could Google in 10 seconds. Sometimes it was more in depth, but it never took much effort. I love rich dumb kids. Whenever you go to buy a car, the sales guy will always give you that sheet that itemizes the charge and everything on it with the OTD price. That's the sheet that you sign when you agree on the price. What you do is take that sheet, tell them you'll need to think about this. Do whatever you can, but take that sheet with you. Then, scan that sheet into your computer, OCR that, change the numbers around to something you want that is reasonable. Make sure your math is right, print it out, bring it to another dealership and negotiate from that fake invoice. As a former car salesman, I can tell you that this will work. The trick is getting out the door with that piece of paper in your hands. Applying for a new loan and have, troubled credit? Dispute the derogatory items with the 3 credit bureaus roughly 45 days before you apply for the loan. The disputed accounts are ignored by the major scoring algorithms, which will give you a boost. If nothing else, the negatives won't be dragging down the score. Eventually, the bad credit will reappear since your disputes will not succeed in getting the information removed from the credit bureau database, but, at least you got that loan. Don't tell them I told you. For the record, yep, totally unethical. And, like many folks are saying, this is only going to work for lenders whose lending criteria, as far as credit is concerned, is solely predicated on the bureau score. For loans that are high dollar value, like mortgages, the lenders are going to be quite a bit more thorough and will investigate credit history in more detail. The more sophisticated the lender, the more sophisticated the lending criteria and rules will be. Some lending systems may even flag the application for higher review just because disputes are found, specifically targeted at folks trying to use this hack. This one isn't unethical, but if you go to Dunkin' Donuts about 30 minutes before closing time, they will give you all their leftover donuts if you ask. If you don't, they just throw them away. Late to the show, but if you're ever in need, go into any hotel and tell the front desk that you stayed or visited there recently and left your sunglasses. Describe any generic style and you're sure to get a free pair of shades. Works with black umbrellas too. Charger, don't even need to tell them what it's for, they have a basket full that you can go through. A hard hat, safety vest, and white truck can give you access to most places. City work trucks work especially well if the city logo has been removed in a clean way. I parked everywhere in mine with the orange light on top. When you buy a laptop or desktop, buy a warranty that includes accidental damage. Near the end of the warranty term, run Linpack or Furmark and block the exhaust vent. Leave it like that for a few hours and you'll get irreparable hardware damage. File a warranty claim and get a new laptop. The best part is there's no evidence of hardware tampering because you never even open the case. Learn from a homeless person on the bus. Put on your best suit, aka least disgusting suit, if you're a hobo. Show up at funeral homes and act like you knew the deceased. Have free cake. Someone at work ordered a large shipment of Campbell's soup cans off Amazon so that he could have it for lunch every day. A few cans were dented, so we all joked he was going to get botulism, because he's the kind of guy that gets super nervous. He called Amazon to complain that he was worried about botulism. Boom. They resent the entire shipment, even though he told them only a few cans were dented. There was a lot of soup in the office after that. I don't think of this as unethical, but actually getting what you paid for. When your laser printer toner cartridge, $55 at Office Depot, gives a low toner warning, Put a small piece of opaque tape over the sensor window on the side of the cartridge. You'll get a couple hundred more pages printed. Some printers even just have a keep printing, bitch option buried in the settings. Mine has this. It's called pick up the printer and shake it like a British nanny. So I guess this subject ties into a life lesson my grandma taught my mom. Growing up, there has always been this big-ass artistic rendition of a map of South America hanging up on our wall. I guess the story of it was that it was originally at some gallery and my grandma just walks up to the goddamn wall, picks it off, and walks out calmly without hesitation. She told my mom that you could do anything as long as it looks like you know what you're doing and nobody will question it. Thankfully, I don't see this being nearly as effective in today's world. There are two classes of lies that you can get away with. 1. The lie that's so huge, so massively impossible, that no one would ever understand why the hell you would lie about something so fundamental, and so it's accepted as truth. I call this the government lie. 2. The lie that's so small that you can utterly convince yourself that it could be true, and so no matter how many times you tell it, it doesn't bother you, and no one would ever understand why the hell you would lie about something so innocuous. I call this the 1/16th Cherokee lie. Edit: a lot of people are asking me why I call the second one the 1/16th Cherokee lie, given that some of you are actually some small part Cherokee. The answer is, no, you're not. You are lying about that. Robert Heinlein said it best. There are two ways to lie successfully. The first is to tell the truth, but not all of it. The second is much more difficult, but also much more convincing if done properly. Tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, but tell it so badly that everyone is sure you are lying. Stand near crowded concession stand at a stadium or something, like between two lines at the front. Keep looking into the back like you're waiting on something. At some point, someone goes, "What are you waiting on?" "Oh, just a couple of chicken tender baskets." 9 times out of 10, they'll be right back with a couple of chicken tender baskets. If you are still in high school/middle school, buy candy and snacks at your local dollar/value store and then take them to school and sell them for 2 to 3 times what you paid for them. Most of these kids get their money from their parents daily and have no idea the value of what they are buying. Look for sale candies that are between 10 to 33 cents and name brand. Selling store brand Pop-Tarts as name brand Pop-Tarts can also work surprisingly well. I used to make about $10 to $15 a day doing this back when I was in high school, and the teachers rarely care unless you are disrupting class by selling them. Alternatively, wait for your school to do one of those chip sale for X reason things where kids sign up to sell X amount of chips. Then sign up for that, sell your first batch, then proceed to refill said batch with the snack pack chip bags you can get at any Walmart or grocery store. This can range anywhere from a 100% to 200% profit depending on if your school marks up the price of each bag to secure their cut. It's only unethical if you consider supply and demand economics unethical. If you are at a grocery store, go to the produce section. Then take a grape and eat it. Everyone will think you are just testing the grapes, but really you just wanted a grape. Buying and returning things. It's amazing how lenient the return policies at various stores can be. In college, I bought a 55 inches LED TV from Sam's Club and kept it in my apartment for 3 months and then returned it at the end of the semester for full money back and no questions asked. Put an ad in Craigslist for road maintenance workers for hire, promising an excellent, but believable hourly wage for the area. Request that the recruits wait near a bank, right at the time you intend to rob the bank. Instruct the recruits to wear yellow vests, safety goggles, and a respirator mask, and preferably a blue shirt. Show up in the same attire and execute your robbery and getaway with the help of your friendly job-seeking decoys. By the way, it's been done. Try travel hacking. You essentially sign up for credit cards that have big sign-up bonuses. For example, spend $3,000 in 3 months for 50,000 points worth at least $600. Don't use the card anymore, then cancel, or threaten to cancel the card in about 10 to 11 months before you have to pay the annual fee. I have a 750 plus credit score, 28 lines of credit, and I've racked up well over 1 million points worth $10,000 to $20,000. I fly almost everywhere first class and stay in hotels for free. Going on 4 years doing this now. All of my free travel is subsidized by the idiots racking up credit card debt and late fees. Some that stand out to me. Buy a $10 Visa gift card, spend the money, then use the card for anything that doesn't require immediate authorization. Edit: since so many have asked. Some bars don't require immediate authorization to start a tab, you just need to give them a card. Then instead of closing your tab, just walk out at the end of the night. Don't want to lose your luggage at the airport? Buy a starting GN and put it in your bags. Explain you are attending a track and field match and you have a GN in your luggage. The airline will go to great lengths to secure and track your luggage. When buying something on Craigslist, search the same item in a faraway location. List it in your local area for much lower. Then inquire about the original item with a much lower price than they asked, claiming someone else is selling something very similar for much cheaper. Get into some areas for free. Hold your phone up to your face and talk loudly saying you left your purse near X. Okay, I'm on my way. Post fake job ads on Craigslist for positions you are interested in. Review all the resumes that get submitted and make sure yours stands out from the crowd. If you ever go to a country concert, wear something that implies you are in the military. You won't buy a single drink all night. If you ever KLL someone, bury a dead deer 5 feet above the body. Any sniffing hounds or searchers will ignore the corpse after unearthing it. Use a self-checkout when you go to the grocery store. That big old porterhouse? 4011. That expensive organic lettuce you want? 4011. Cucumbers? 4011. Tomatoes? 4011. Everything is a 4011. 4011. Bananas, if I'm not mistaken. Holy hell, I live in freaking Iceland and even over here 4011 is bananas. Brooklyn style free parking goes as follows: find someone with a traffic citation on their car window, take it, park wherever the hell you please, put citation on your window. When patrol rolls through, it looks as if you've already been dealt with. Edit, I was a victim of this. Didn't know I had an outstanding fine until I got a letter in the mail. Put vodka in a mason jar or other crappy container, put something into it to make it taste different and sell it as moonshine at triple price. If there is a film crew shooting a commercial or feature anywhere in your town, find the craft services area or the catering truck in the morning. Ask if this is where talent can get food. It's an ignorant question, you might sound dumb, but you'll get free food. I did that once. I wound up being an extra on the set of William Shatner's Tech War series being filmed in Toronto right by the Eaton Centre. I was a starving student going to George Brown College and I really needed that meal. If you watch the series and see a tall person holding a large portfolio case near the Eaton Centre, that's me. Buy $100 of beer at Walmart or wherever. Hand friend receipt after you buy. Friend returns and fills shopping cart with exact same amount and type of beer. Friend heads straight for door and hands receipt to door greeter who is old and doesn't notice. Double your beer on beer run. I have only been to one movie with my mother-in-law and she brought a trash bag in her purse. She buys her popcorn and dumps it in the trash bag in front of the employee and asks for her free refill. I was stunned. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, show your support. Leave your thoughts and opinions down below.